Ya Allah, show us the truth as the truth and help us to follow it. If I'm born and raised here, I have one worldview. 100 years ago, in the same place, another worldview. 100 years from now, another worldview. Another place, if you change the time or the place for the human, another worldview. Sometimes you are in the same country at the same time, but if you're born within a different family, you have another worldview.
150 years ago, people living in Britain might think that was their only account of creation. But we now know that societies all around the world each have their own account. Each has felt the necessity to explain why it is that they, human beings, are here. Now, all these accounts differ. If you go to Thailand, they believe there was, in the first beginning of creation, there was a sea of milk, there was a huge snake in it, and there were demons pulling it and churning it, and when the curds came out, they told the human being. If you go to the Aboriginals, they believe that the human beings were coughed up by a giant snake which became a rainbow in the sky. You can produce hundreds of them. How are you to choose them? Which is correct? If you say, I'm only going to believe the one that my mother told me when I was brought up at my mother's knee, and I'm not going to question anything else, well, then that's up to you. But if you take a more general view and say, okay, you can't all be right, there is actually an answer which you can look in the rocks and the animals themselves. And the interesting thing about that is that it's all the same. No matter where you come from, whether you're an Australian or Aboriginal or European or whatever, then that's the one I go for.
What does it mean to be a Muslim? A Muslim is someone who's constantly thinking. When it comes to the creation, Allah uses the word tafakkur. إِنَّ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَاخْتِلَافِ اللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ لَآيَاتٍ لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقُعُودًا وَيَتَفَكَّرُونَ وعلى جنوبهم ويتفكرون في خلق السماوات والأرض ربنا ما خلقت هذا باطلا ويتفكرون. Okay. أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت. When it comes to reading more analysis, ألم ترى كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل. ألم ترى كيف فعل ربك بعاد. The first one أفلا ينظرون. The second one ألم ترى ومن آياته أن خلق لكم من أنفسكم أزواجا لتسكنوا إليها وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة إن في ذلك الآيات لقوم يتفكرون. So there is tafakkur in Allah's creation and there is tafakkur in Allah's destinies, how the world works. Tafakkur. When it comes to ayat al-Quran, Allah used the word tadabbur. A Muslim who doesn't do tadabbur on the Quran has a lock on his heart. You have to do tafakkur and tadabbur. Wallahi al-Azim. There are, little kids, old men, average age, men and women, they go and make tadabbur and tafakkur and they come and tell me, and I feel so small, how did I never thought about that? Because this is Allah's karam, Allah's ata. If you do iqra, bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq, what did Allah say? Iqra wa rabbuka al-akram. If you read, I will be the most generous to you.